The Central Drugs Standard Control Organization, CDSCO, of India has increasingly aligned itself with international regulatory standards, including those of the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, particularly in the areas of good manufacturing practices, GMP, inspections, quality control, and regulatory procedures. However, while the CDSCO adapts to FDA procedures and protocols, there are some distinctions between the two agencies based on national regulations and frameworks. Key areas of adaptation to FDA protocols. 1. Good manufacturing practices, GMP, alignment. Both the CDSCO and FDA enforce GMP guidelines in pharmaceutical manufacturing, ensuring the safety, efficacy, and quality of drug products. India follows Schedule M under the Drugs and Cosmetics Act, which has similarities with 21 CFR Part 210-211 of the FDA regulations. In recent years, the CDSCO has enhanced its GMP inspection capabilities to be more in line with FDA standards, especially in sterile manufacturing, quality control, and documentation. 2. Regulatory inspections and audits. The CDSCO has been adapting to FDA-like inspection protocols, emphasizing data integrity and electronic records management. Strict adherence to manufacturing processes. Enhanced focus on environmental monitoring in sterile areas, similar to FDA's expectations. Indian manufacturing sites are often inspected by both CDSCO and FDA teams to ensure global compliance. Non-compliance can lead to Form 483s or warning letters from the FDA, even if the CDSCO's regulations are met. 3. Harmonization with international guidelines. India is a member of the International Council for Harmonization of Technical Requirements for Pharmaceuticals for Human Use, IC, which sets global standards for drug development and manufacturing. The CDSCO has adapted several IC guidelines, e.g., for stability testing, impurity levels, and bioequivalence studies, which are also followed by the FDA. 4. Pharmacovigilance and drug safety. The CDSCO has developed its Pharmacovigilance Program of India, PVPI, to align with global safety monitoring standards, similar to the FDA's Adverse Event Reporting System, AERS. Both systems encourage reporting of drug-related side effects for continuous safety assessment. 5. Approval of drugs and biologics. While the CDSCO's drug approval process follows Indian legal frameworks, like the Drugs and Cosmetics Act, it has taken cues from the FDA for streamlining the review and approval processes for new drug applications, NDAs, and biologics. For critical drugs and vaccines, CDSCO often refers to data from US FDA submissions when making decisions about local approvals. 6. Adoption of QMS, quality management systems. Both CDSCO and FDA have placed strong emphasis on quality management systems, QMS, in manufacturing, including CAPA, corrective and preventive actions, change control, and event reporting. The CDSCO is progressively adopting US FDA practices in ensuring compliance through these QMS protocols. Differences in local adaptation. Local regulations and requirements. Although the CDSCO has adapted many FDA procedures, there are still Indian-specific guidelines, especially in terms of pricing control, approval timelines, and clinical trial requirements. Auditing frequency and criteria. The CDSCO's frequency of inspections in specific focus areas may differ from those of the FDA, given the local infrastructure, capacity, and regulatory priorities. The collaborative nature between CDSCO and FDA has been growing, with cross-training programs, technical exchanges, and joint inspections. This alignment helps Indian pharmaceutical companies adhere to both domestic and international standards, ensuring that products manufactured in India are acceptable for export to the US and other global markets.